So y'all, let me tell y'all about the saga with trying to get this daggone electrical done on this trailer. So, you know, we had the first guy come and he was like, yeah, this electrical is basically like a mess and I'm kind of out of my depth. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, thank you for letting us know that and for not charging us hours and hours worth of work that you can't do. Like, I respect it 100%. So then contacted these other guys at Silver Travelers, and they strung us along for weeks and weeks talking about how, you know, they had to order the parts. Then when the part came in last Saturday, they contacted me and was like, hey, now mind you, this already took 2 weeks for them to contact me and say, hey, we got our parts in, you know, do you want to schedule for maybe next week, Thursday or Friday, which is this week. This is week 3. So Wednesday comes, right? Because he's like, we can get you in on either Thursday or Friday. I'm like, okay. So Wednesday comes and I'm like, hey, I need to schedule with you. Like, I need to nail down a schedule because we're in week 3 right now of our build. And if you're not going to be available to do the work, like, we need to go ahead and schedule someone else so that our build can continue. Mind you, in the meantime, after they contacted me back on Sunday, was like, yeah, we can get you in Thursday or Friday, I didn't immediately respond because we had already scheduled a call with a company called Honeytex. And Honeytex came out on Monday, and they actually installed our shore power cord and were able to help us check all of the outlets to make sure that our 110 was working. Now, he showed up a little over an hour late, and I'm sure you saw that in the previous video about how he came and did our electrical, but I do appreciate him because he was able to kind of talk me through some things and let me know like what our next steps were in terms of getting this converter done and everything. But I wasn't able to stay with him in order for him to continue doing any work because I had to go to work. And I was like, hey, so do you want to, you know, just stay here and do the work and then bring the keys, you know, back to our house? And my husband was at home when you get done. And he's like, well, no, I'm not going to be able to. I'm like, okay, fine. So we paid him, I think it was like $375. We paid him $375 to do the work that he did. But basically, we still didn't have the inverter connected. So that's when I hit them back and I'm like, yeah, I hit Silver Travelers back and I'm like, yeah, on Monday after Honeytex left, I do still want to have, you know, you guys come out, but I just need you guys to connect my converter. And that's where they were like, okay, well, let's see what we can do. Child, it's Friday. I'm still seeing what they can do. Hello? It's Friday at 5:48. So obviously y'all not coming Thursday nor to Friday. I'm over it. So I went ahead and contacted another company. This company is called RV Eagle. Very nice guy named Nick. I'm like, I need to have a converter connected. He's like, that's all you need to do? I'm like, yeah. So he happens to have another job that he has to do. Look at God. Won't he do it? In my area, not far from my area. So about 30 minutes south of me, way back up the road. Then I can stop by in the afternoon tomorrow and go ahead and connect your converter. I'm like, look at God. Won't he do it? I just want to encourage y'all, don't be waiting on folk. Okay? There's always a ram in the bush. How many hours are we looking at, family? Like, it's a slow job, fast job? I don't know what this is. He said, oh, it probably take me like an hour. Okay. So it's going to be $170 for you to hook up the converter. All right, yes, Nick, come through. Come through. So, yeah. So I'm really, really excited about this. What's going on, y'all? It's Eve. And we are finally having somebody come and look at our converter today. Oh, it's all black. Sorry about that. Oh, here I am. Hey, guys. The hubs and I were just over at the trailer. He's still back there right now. I got to go ahead and head to work. I wasn't even thinking, and so I didn't video while we were walking around the trailer today. And we actually were able to figure out a lot of the wiring. I was so proud of us. We were going around like little detectives, and between my strong problem solving ability and his, you know, technical knowledge, we were able to figure out, okay, this is coming from here, you know, this is where the power goes from the battery over to the converter. These are the things that coming out of the breaker box. These are feeding the AC unit. Like, I think we really pretty much figured everything out. I was so proud, because honestly it seemed like with all those wires running here and there and really not a lot of knowledge about, you know, electrical work, that it was going to be very daunting to figure out like where everything was going. But honestly, it wasn't. We were able to figure out why the receptacles in the front don't work. The hubs is super smart. It was like, oh yeah, this circuit right here, you know, it's not a full loop on it because there's no receptacle, blah blah blah. They got a daisy chains together, and I was like, oh, look at you. I was so proud of him. I was so proud. So anyway, so when the electrician gets here, he's gonna go ahead and hook up the converter. I asked Nick to do some video. He's like, I'm not gonna talk on the video. I'm like, babe, I don't need you to talk on the video, but can you please just provide some footage of what the man is doing, you know, in case people have some similar issues. He's like, all right. So I don't know, the rest of this video might be, you know, just with music. Which is probably fine. Y'all probably sick of talking to my ass anyway. Yep. Okay, so you sent me like some choppy messages. New converter, old converter, something too small, something need to happen. I need to blow by blow. What happened?
Alright, so hang on, let me gather my thoughts.
Okay.
Okay, so he says the converter that I bought is too small, so we need the one that has like the control panel and converter and all that all in one.
Okay.
And that needs to happen first before you can really check all the lines, because it wasn't putting out the right amount of power. It works, but it wasn't putting out consistent power.
Okay.
So he said we definitely need to replace the AC. And he says the biggest thing is he needs to know, he needs a drawing of how we're going to have everything laid out. Now, I walked him through and told him, look, this is what's going to be here, this is where the bathroom's going to be, blah, 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 blah. But he says he needs to actually have it drawn out so he can figure out how to route the power and all that stuff. And, there's no fresh water tank. He says there's a gray tank and there's a black water tank. He says we need to fill those. So see if that's leaking, see if they need to be replaced. He also says that the water heater, we need to fill to see if it leaks. If it leaks, if it doesn't leak, we don't need to change the water heater. We just need to change out the control switches on it.
Yeah.
We need to put in for the vent pipes, you found all the holes for the vent pipes and everything. And hold on. Oh, so yeah, he says he just really needs to know everything's gonna be laid out.
Okay.
And we need to get a new converter so he can test everything. And he suggests that we take it to him, and he says he can probably do plumbing and electrical in a day.
Okay.
Once we have to get the water heater, we gotta get the thermostat, gotta get the AC. He says he can do everything at his place, so we don't do service fee. And he says trip charge. And he says when he does all the work, he'll do it for 80 instead of 100 an hour.
Okay. Did he give any estimate of how many hours of labor it might take?
Now, he said without really getting into it, he couldn't. He said a day or less. So I said 8-ish hours. He says probably around that.
Okay. All right. So 8-ish hours at $80 an hour. So that's not bad. That's $360 to get all that done. That's not bad.
No, it's not.
Okay. Okay.
8 times 8 is 64.
Huh? What was I thinking? Oh, Jesus. Wait. $640.
So it sounds like that number that you came up with, 2,000, sounds like that's a good number. Plumbing and electrical.
Okay.
That's after we buy all the stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Might not need to buy a new water heater, but you gotta fill it first.
All right. Anyway, so carry on.
So now the issue with the converter, why I was able to check a lot of things today, is because overall the system's not functioning the way it's supposed to. Because when you saw the lights on and everything, that was when the converter plugged into the generator. So we ran the extension cord from the generator to the inside, then he plugged it in. Then when it was plugged in, generator, the converter powered everything, but the battery wouldn't power everything. And the battery, that stuff's supposed to run off the battery. Now everything worked, like I said, we just plugged it to the generator, and it looked like the converter was charging the battery, but she said it like it wasn't regulating the power the way it's supposed to.
Okay.
Because and he said really what he needs to do like a 24-hour test to let it run overnight so that it can try to charge the battery all the way. But still, with that being pretty much a brand new battery, I told him this battery is less than 3 weeks old. And it's only been in this trailer for a week, so it shouldn't be zapped like that. I said, no, it shouldn't. Because it's a marine battery that made it be outside. And so, yes, something's not working right with the converter that's allowing it to take the power from the battery to run everything.
Okay, so basically the lights and everything will work as long as the shore power is connected.
Yes.
So the converter is able to convert the 110 to 12 volt, but
Yes.
the wiring, something is not right to allow the 12 volt to run off of the battery only.
Right.
Okay. All right.
You need to know what our design is.
Okay, I already told you. We already discussed that before I left.
Maybe. And I told you that I walked you through what we discussed of how it's going to be laid out. You said he wants a drawing.
I'm not doing this shit with him. Like, hello, the damn toilet gonna be right here. The shower gonna be right here. Why do I have to draw that for you? You can pull out a piece of paper and draw the shit. It's a square. Like, what you mean you need me to draw a whole schematic for you so you can know that I just now said that the shower gonna be right here and there's clearly a hole in the floor right there already? That just aggravated me. That just really aggravated me and took me to a place. I'm not blaming you, babe. I'm not mad at you. I'm just aggravated that we keep paying people to come out and do half of a job. And that's getting on my nerves. Like, he will be the third guy that we paid to come out and put this converter in. And I clearly sent him a picture of the converter that we have and told him what kind of converter it was and sent him a picture of the damn converter that's in there right now. At any point, he could have been like, oh, that's not the right converter. So, you know, we're going to need to do a different one in order to move forward. So now I done paid you for a service call. And what did you do? Connect my battery? Thanks. I could have done that myself. I needed you to connect my converter. So how much did we pay him to connect our battery?
$170.
So we paid $170 to connect the battery, and then we paid the other guy $375 to connect the shore power line. And we still don't have a working system. I am exceedingly aggravated by that. Like, really aggravated. All right, family, check back for part 3 to see how this all pans out.